it's a good thing you guys got here early because we are going to fill this Zoom room up and it only holds 100 people. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem. All right, guys, without further ado, it is 8:04. You guys, I want to get you what you came here for. So now I got to do technology again, which might be a little bit of an issue. So give me 1 second. I promise I did this before I got on here and figured all of this out, but you know, Mercury's in the microwave or whatever you call it, Sarah. Let me figure this out. We're going to do this. We're going to present this. Give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. So, a couple of housekeeping things. If you have a question, please feel free to drop it in the chat. And at the end of this, I will do a Q&A. And if you guys know anything about me, I don't keep secrets. So you can literally ask me anything and I will answer it. I know the Q&A is going to be really close to some people's bedtimes. It's going to be way past my bedtime. But I will stay on as long as you guys want me to, and I will answer all of your questions, okay? So, all right, let's go ahead and see if I can get this thing. How come I can't see Zoom? Can you guys see my screen? Can you see me, just me and my screen? I see you, Brooke. Yeah? All
Yeah, we
right.
can see screen and you.
Okay, sweet. Thanks, guys. I'm good at a lot of things. Technology's not one of them. All right, let's go ahead and get started. What did you come here for? I see you, no screen, not you, just a screen. That's okay. I mean, if you're on your phone, if you swipe to the right, you will more than likely be able to see us both. Brooke, say everybody keep yourselves muted, please. Hormone fix. Jess, no, Kristen, you are the most important. You get to stay here for as forever. If we need to buy more Zoom, hey Brooke, if we hit 100, buy you can just upgrade the Zoom. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna start because I keep telling you guys I'm gonna start. You're here to drop the belly fat. Nothing works. Mary, you're in the right place because stuff does work. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. So there's some good news. You know, the reality is, guys, is so many people give up on themselves. Like lots of people give up on themselves. And you're here, you have not given up. You still believe that it's actually possible for you. You already know all the shit that's not going to work, right? And I know a lot of times we view failure as a negative, but failure can actually be a positive because yeah, you know that all that shit doesn't work. But you know you need a different approach. You're tired of the fads, you're tired of the yo-yo. And do you know that only 4% of people actually succeed in losing weight and keeping it off? You are committed to becoming part of that 4%, which is freaking awesome. And it's not working. There we go. But with some good news always comes bad news. So the reality is, guys, is if more cardio and another diet was going to fix this, it would have done it already. So the reality is most of you are guessing. Your body has changed, your hormones has changed, and you're trying to figure all this stuff out on your own. Meanwhile, you're exhausted, you're full of brain fog, and it's like your brain's not even working while you're trying to figure out like this elaborate math equation. If you have hormone issues, you cannot diet your way out of hormone issues. In fact, dieting is actually making things worse. And you're not 25 anymore. I can do a lot of things for women, but I cannot make you younger and I cannot make you taller. The reality is your plan is not strategic, it is not customized, and what works for them is not going to work for you because you are an individual human. And the reality is, guys, most of you have been doing this for years at this point. You have two resources. One is time and one is money. And for a lot of us, we're spending way, way, way too much time right now, which is our most precious resource. But there is good news in all of that because at the end of the day, guys, we have more information than ever at our fingertips. I mean, look at this. This wasn't possible even like 10 years ago. We're all here. We had people from Australia here. We're all here on this Zoom together. It's freaking cool, right? We have so much information now, right? And the world is more health conscious. COVID was a big shift for us in people becoming more health conscious. Taboo, like mental health is not taboo. Our parents, it was very taboo to talk about mental health, right? Because we know now that the body keeps the score. Like it's not just about eating and exercise. It's really this like mental game, especially as we talk about hormones. But with all this extra information comes overwhelm. The number one thing I hear from you guys, there's so much information out there. I am so overwhelmed. And meanwhile, social media is a highlight reel, guys. We only post the best shit on social media. And that makes you feel like a failure. You feel like you've tried everything in the world. Everybody's succeeding except for you. It's adding stress. It's adding cortisol, right? It's further stressing out your metabolism, which is making your hormones even worse. You're frustrated, you're short, you're snappy, you don't recognize yourself. All of these things are making the problem worse. You don't need more information, guys. You need the right information, and you actually need action. And less information is what most of you guys need, is to actually take action. Here's what I want you to do. I forgot to tell you guys this at the beginning. You're going to need to write for this class. For you to get the most out of this, you're going to want to be able to write or grab your little cell phone and take some notes. To get the most out of this class, you are going to want to write things down. So let's start now. Jenna, I nailed that description right on the head. Kristen, there's so much info out there, overload. Not for you anymore, babe, right? Because now you have the right information for you and your body, right? We do have some clients here, guys, tonight, which is awesome. All right, so I'm gonna list off these things and I want you to tell me how many of these are like, holy crap, that is me. So when you get overwhelmed, when your body is not responding, when you're like, God damn it, I do cuss, just so you know, there's gonna be cursed 4-letter words in here. Cutting calories, over exercising, fad dieting, keto to fasting to cleanses, trying to find that magic bullet. Just if I could just get the weight off, it will work this time, right? Relying on caffeine and energy boosters because you're exhausted. You're cutting out entire food groups. I don't do gluten. I'm cutting out wine. I only drink organic this. You're cutting out all these different food groups or anything else that you're just grasping at things. You're blaming yourself when it doesn't work. I need more willpower. I need to be more committed. I should have figured this out by now. How many are you up to? We've got a whole nother page. Quick fixes, detox teas, waist trainers, miracle supplements. You're ignoring the problem until it's unbearable. You've seen your doctor. They tell you everything is normal or it's just part of getting older, and you want to throat punch them when they say that to you. You're yo-yo dieting, you lose a few pounds, and they come back with a few friends. You're trying to outwork your stress. Stress is just a part of being successful. I got to push through, push through. You're obsessed over the scale, and you're comparing yourself to your younger self. How many, guys? How many? Drop it in the chat. I want to know. I just listed off 13 of them. How many resonate with you? All of the above. Every single one of them. 13. All of them. I've had a few choice words with my doctor. I love that. So many. 10. Lots of big numbers here, right? Okay. Only 3 to 4. Nice work, Christine. I don't know you yet, but nice work. Everyone, Alicia. I stopped going to doctors. I hear that a lot. Me too. Actually, I don't. So what if I told you this, guys? What if I told you that the problem isn't you? I want you to imagine that you are trying to build a mansion. You're building a house, right? So you've got this big, beautiful house that you want to build. It's got 4 walls, it's got a roof, and it's got a foundation. If any of those things are missing, how successful is your house going to stand? Like the first time, I live in Florida, we have hurricanes here. So if I build my house on the beach and it's only got 3 walls, how well do you think my house is going to withstand? Not very well, right? It's not. That shit's going to come crashing down. That's exactly what I'm going to walk you guys through today, right? Because at the end of the day, you have gaps in your strategy. There's gaps where your walls are not holding up your roof. And I'm going to literally walk you exactly through what this looks like today, like literally step by step. And this isn't just theory, guys. Me and my team have helped almost 1,000 women. Like we have perfected this system. Like this is what works for women that are, let's say, 35 plus and have a lot of stress and have lived a lot of life. You got a lot of shit going on. So the old way, instead of guessing, trying to figure it out, frustration, overwhelm, starting over and over and over again, this is a proven system. It is proven. It works with your body. It is based on science, guys. It is based on science. Like it has to be based on science, but also it has to be based on you as an individual human, right? So before I get into that, I do want to tell you guys, because some of you guys on here know me really well, and some of you guys don't have any freaking clue who I am, other than just a person on social media, but I am actually a real person, right? So before I do that, I do want to take a minute and just acknowledge that I did not create and build all of this on my own. I have the world's fucking best, I told you I say 4-letter words, best team ever. Like these women are committed to our mission. Like we are on a mission to freaking change lives here. And I have an absolute team of rock stars, like just rock stars that we have assembled. And I couldn't be more proud of the work that these women do to support the women that we support. Like it's freaking amazing. So my team, they're all here tonight. And so, like, guys, I love you. You guys know I freaking love you. And I could not do this without you. So this is not just me. There's a whole tribe of women because right when women come to us, we want to be a one-stop shop. We don't want you Googling and guessing and going to doctors and doing all the things. So we've just assembled everything that you freaking need. Amazing coaches. That's right, Sarah. Jess, Truth. Yes. Yes. All right. So our clients are here, right? Guys, do we not have the greatest freaking coaches? Yeah, we do. Yes. You're 25. Can this still work for you? Of course you can. Of course it can, Morgan. Some people do get hormone issues younger. If you've been through a lot of stress, then you're going to end up, it's going to happen to you younger than most. This started for me in my early 30s, and I'll actually tell you a little bit about that. If you guys don't know me, I'm Jess. Right? I am an integrative health practitioner. I am the founder of the Badass Blueprint. I did not get here on purpose. I got here on accident. I'm on a mission. I want to break diet culture. I think diet culture is fucked. I think most women grow up in a cycle of shame. They hate their bodies. And if we do not break this cycle, the next generation of women is going to grow up just like us. It's toxic, it's gross, and you guys know this. You've lived your whole lives like this. And we have to break the cycle. Women deserve to feel strong. Women deserve to feel confident. Women deserve to take up space. And we can't do that when we don't feel good about our physical bodies and we don't feel good about our mental health. Right. And so I'm like a crusader. I'm on a mission. Right. But I didn't get here. Like I said, it was an accident. I began in corporate America. So I have been a stressed out, overworked, burnt out human. I went on my first diet when I was 12 years old. My entire life, guys, I have 3 older brothers. My entire life, my brothers called me fat. If you ask my mom to this day, my mom will tell you Jessica got all the fat genes in the family. She says it and she's always said it. And I struggled with my weight my entire life. 12 years old, I went on my first diet. I was in middle school. I was in 7th grade when I went on my first diet. I went on diets. I would gain and lose anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds. I'm only 5 feet tall, so 40 pounds is a lot. And over and over and over again, I had clothes in probably 10 different sizes inside of my closet because I would just gain the weight and lose the weight and gain the weight and lose the weight. I did things like paleo, keto, meal plans, diet pills. Diet pills were really good back in the day. They actually worked. And I did all of those things, right? This was my life. So the things that you're going through right now, I get it because I've been there. I was burnt out and I was frustrated and I would start over again, start over again, and start over again. And if I could just lose the weight, I would keep it off, except that I couldn't because I would always rebound and gain it. How did I get here? How do we get from there to where I am now, which is like I have this room full of awesome women who I get to teach what I learned. Well, I don't wish my lesson on any of you guys. Some of you guys know this about me, not all of you do. But I was in Nashville, I was at a business meeting, I was working in corporate America, and I got a phone call. I was 32 years old, and I got a phone call that I had cancer. Everything in my life changed that single day. Not only did I get cancer, I beat cancer. I am now 7 years cancer free, 8 years cancer free, 7 years cancer free, because I had to fight it. So um, everything in my life changed. I got cancer and I also lost my job. And I believe, I don't care what you believe in, you can believe in God, the universe, spirit, whatever, it doesn't matter. I believe that this was like me being kind of forced onto the path that I was meant to be on. Because this is where it all started for me. I I had poor coping mechanisms. I went to my doctor, I was losing my hair. I had no energy. My body was just not the same anymore. My body was just like revolting against me. And I went to my oncologist first. My oncologist wanted to give me birth control. Part of my cancer, I'm sterile. So it doesn't make any sense for me to be on birth control. That was her only solution to help me fix my hormones. I went to my primary care doctor. My primary care doctor wanted to give me antidepressants. And I was like, I'm not depressed. Something like I don't feel good. Something is wrong with me. And this began sort of the beginning of the Badass Blueprint. I spent over $100,000 and probably 6 years trying to fix my body. I invested in mentors, I invested in coaches. Some of them are really good, some of them are really bad, and just learned all that I could. I went to multiple functional medicine doctors. I did everything that I knew how to do. I just like, I just craved learning. And I created the program that I needed because it didn't exist out there. It just didn't exist. And so we created it. And today, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I live a beautiful life. My life is absolutely amazing. I get to travel. I have a great marriage. I feel very confident. I feel better now in my 40s than I ever did in my 20s or even my 30s. I feel really, really, really freaking good. And you know what? I've taken all of that and I've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women do the same thing. We have, we've perfected it. If you want to see some more of our testimonials, we actually have video testimonials as well. Brooke just dropped a link into our Instagram. We have a whole page of testimonials, and they're women just like you. And a lot of them have made videos to say, like, hey, this changed my life, right? Because it's not just about the way that you look in your body, it's about the way that you show up when you feel confident in your body. It's about the way that you show up for your family, for your kids, for your career, for all of the things when you actually feel confident in your body. Your whole life changes when you feel good. So, what are you actually going to get? Oh, more testimonials. We have lots of testimonials. We do good work here. What are you going to get today? I'm going to give you this entire system. I'm going to give you, you're going to literally walk through how to assess your gaps today. You do see yourself, Sandra, but everybody's heads are cut off. So I always cut heads off. And I use all the photos are used with permission, guys. And I'm going to give you the steps to raise your roof. Does anybody want to raise your roof? Give me like some hands if you want to raise your roof. Give me some hands in the chat. Who wants to raise their roof tonight? Anybody? Ooh, that's a quiet chat. We don't have to, guys. We don't have to. All right, there we go. There we go. Remember that part at the beginning where I told you I get my energy from you guys? Remember that part? Yeah. Because it is past my bedtime. All right. You're gonna get that. You are also going to get, if you stay all the way to the end of this call, we are doing free consults. We're going to send you a questionnaire. We're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions, and you're going to get a video back from either myself or somebody on my team. Remember how I told you my team is absolutely amazing? That's right. We're going to be giving you free consults today. There's no strings attached. I'm like nothing at all. We are going to give you an opportunity to get the in-depth functional labs and a tailored plan. So I'm going to give you my entire system. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do a consult. I'm also going to give you an opportunity, if you want, to get the lab testing and the tailored plan. And I told you guys at the beginning, if you have questions, you can save them for the end or you can drop them in the chat. I will answer any question that you ask me. I am like a totally open book. Cool? All right, are you guys ready to get started? I know you're like, Jess, you've just been talking for like 10 minutes. Let's get into it. Let's go. Crystal, you already said you have gaps 4. We didn't even go through the system yet. Crystal's like, oh, I have gaps. All right. Here's the scale we're going to use for the next little bit. Okay. 1 to 4. You know why? You know why we use 1 to 4? We don't use 1 to 5 because if I use 1 to 5, everybody's just going to pick 3 for everything. Right. And that's like cheating. Right. We don't do cheating. Let's go. All right. This is the foundation. Guys, you cannot build a house without a foundation. Do we all agree with this? We have to have a foundation, right? Let's start our assessment. Your foundation needs to work. When life gets chaotic, when you're traveling, when your kids get sick, when you have to work late, when you're exhausted, when you're not motivated, when you didn't sleep well. You have to be able to do the things. Because we have a saying here, and my clients will have heard me say this before, life is gonna life. Anybody feel that? Life is gonna life. Sometimes life just like, it just kicks your ass, right? Like you're just like, oh my gosh, like how many things are gonna happen one after another, after another, after another. Life gets lifey. Yes, life gets lifey, right? So you've got to have a foundation that feels like brushing your teeth. It has to feel like brushing your teeth. Okay? So it's got to be flexible, adaptable, strategic. Let me figure out this technology thing because I lost it again. All right, come on. Here's how you're going to assess yourself. Can I do this for the next 20 years? Does this make me feel good? Does this rely on motivation? Will this work when blank happens? Insert blank. Whatever shit always hits the fan for you, right? Does this take care of me as a whole woman? A whole woman. Is it flexible? Is it adaptable? Do I feel confident around food, people, and social situations? And this is my favorite one. Am I treating myself like somebody that I love? So I want to know, what's your score for your foundation? That's it. Foundation, straightforward. What's your score? Do you have gaps? Where do you guys put yourself on this foundation? Drop your numbers. We're not moving on until I get numbers. So I've got all night. Two or three, four, three, four, two. I like some twos. We got some threes. We got some fours. Two. Okay. So some of you guys are not like huge fat dieters. That's huge. Am I treating myself like somebody I love? It's really important, guys, because like it's just you can't even. And you know why? Four. Carrie, yes, four. Carrie's been with us for about a year and she's been through a lot of shit, right? Even when life is lifing. I'm a solid one. Thank you for your honesty, Kat. All right, guys, let's move on to pillar number one. This is my first pillar for a reason. I can almost guarantee when you're like, I've tried everything, I guarantee you nobody has taught you to have the right mindset around this. Remember what I just said? Are you treating yourself like somebody that you love? This is a game changer for me. This literally changed my life. Every single thing I teach in my program is something I use to personally change my life. Guys, I used to drink a bottle of wine every night. I used to smoke cigarettes and I used to eat fast food multiple times a week. Like at multiple times in my life, right? So I think you look at me and you're like, oh, well, like you're so healthy. No, like I used to not be at all, right? Like this is a game changer, your mindset. Okay. And I'm going to go through this pillar by pillar, brick by brick, because this is the shit, guys. This has been the most amazing change for me. Yes, 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 yes. I treat yourself like shit and everyone else. Yep. Let's go ahead. I love that you guys are so engaged in the chat. All right, so let's go brick by brick. Living in the gray. You're going to give yourself a gap or a score for each of these. Letting go of all or nothing thinking. This is a big one. Are you comfortable living in the gray? I'm going to say something that I learned from a mentor. Perfection is the lowest standard because it's impossible to achieve. Are you the one that has to have everything just perfect to start over again every Monday? That's not living in the gray. Is it enjoyable? Can you eat pizza or birthday cake without guilt? I'm not saying you should eat pizza and cake every night, guys. But like if I go to my mom's house and she just baked cookies, you bet your ass I'm going to eat the cookies, right? On days where you only have 50% to give, are you okay giving 50%? Or do you beat yourself up? Because you shoulda, you coulda, you woulda. Your to-do list is a mile long and you feel shame if you don't accomplish it. How well do you guys live in the gray when it comes to yourself? Not your kids and your work and your this. How well do you live in the gray? What's your score? Are you great at this? This is one of the biggest things I hear on consults with you guys. I'm all or nothing, Jess. I'm in or I'm out. I'm in or I'm out. I'm in or I'm out. I love the honesty. I love the honesty, perfection and standards, right? Guys, you're here because you're successful, right? You're like, we are like, we're successful women. We've got shit going on. You got a career, you got a house, you got a life. Like, you've got shit going on. So you didn't get there by being a lazy slouch. You have high standards. The problem is that fucks you up big time up here. Jess, you're at a 4 since joining. Jess, if you have your notes, because I know you're a big note taker, I would love for you to go back to the last class and compare your numbers from then till now. I would love to see that. All right, living in the gray. All right, number 2, boundaries. I love to talk about boundaries because most of us don't have them. Saying yes to you, saying yes to them, means saying no to you. That stings. Saying yes to them means saying no to you. Not always. How well do you keep promises to yourself? I'm going to work out later. I'm going to do it in the morning. I'm going to start tomorrow. How well do you keep promises to yourself? Guys, if your friend lied to you again and again and again, how well would you trust them? You treat yourself like somebody who matters. You talk to yourself like somebody that you love. How often do you look in the mirror and be like, your eyelashes are beautiful. I love the way you did your hair today. You're doing a really good job. I'm really proud of you. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said you were proud of yourself? No. How comfortable are you just saying no? I can't do that. Or are you like, yes, I'll do it for you. I'll light myself on fire so that you're warm. I'll do it. If it's not a hell yes, it should be a no. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You're not required to make other people comfortable, guys. And you're like, oh, this stings. This is going to sting. Some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, Jessica, this hurts. I could never do that. Sure, you can. You just have to learn how. What are your numbers? Sadly, that's what women do. Christine, you're right. We're all raised this way. We are raised this way. This is how we are taught to be. Self-sacrificing. We do for other people. We do for other people. We do for other people. Well, how well is that serving you right now? Right? You have to have boundaries. Next is the itty bitty shitty committee. Okay? This is that voice inside of your head. That little voice inside of your head. When that voice knocks and it tells you you're not good enough, you're never going to figure this out. People are going to laugh at you. You should be doing better. Whatever that voice, you have that voice inside of your head. Every time it knocks on your door, do you open the door and you let it come in and you let it ransack your house? Every single time it knocks, it comes in. A week goes by. You're in a funk for a day. You're in a funk for 2 days. You're in a funk for 3 days. You're starting over next Monday. You're starting over next month. You're starting over next January. Because every time it knocks on the door, you let it in. How good are you at slamming that door shut and being like, not today, bitch. Not today. Yeah, I should have gotten my 10,000 steps, but you know what? I didn't. Fuck off. I'll see you tomorrow. How well do you guys manage the itty bitty shitty committee? You've gotten better. What's your scores, guys? I see a lot of love. This pillar is tough. This is a tough one. This is the magic. This is the magic. Anybody can give you macros and workouts, guys. Anybody. You can buy an app. Go for it. Get your macros and workouts. Failing forward. How many of you guys have a daily reflection practice? How many of you guys view mistakes as failure or as mistake? How many of you view mistakes as failures versus learning opportunities? Guys, I fuck things up all of the time. All the time. Ask my team. Ask anybody on this call. Ask my clients. Heck, Alicia just joined our program today, and a whole disaster happened. Like within like an hour of meeting her, and I was like, I'm sorry, right? Like, oops. That's fine. It's okay. How often do you ask yourself, what do I need right now? How often do you analyze what's not working and change it? Sandra, we just talked about this. Sandra just did this the other day. You have no shame. You have no judgment. Are you making data-driven decisions or are you making emotional decisions? Jess Cotter, I do now. Yes, you do. Never. Mindset work has changed my life. Thank you, badass. Hell yeah. Failing forward. What's your score? How many of you guys use failure as a springboard to get better? How many? Sonia, 4. Hell yeah. LA does. Some of these, a lot of these are, yes. All right. Good, Sandra McMillan. Good to see you here, my love. All right. Overall, with your mindset, overall, where do you give yourself? What's your score? Jennifer Gray, you're getting better, babe. You gotta, we're putting in the work, babe. Overall, 1, 3, 3. I'm gonna challenge some of these threes, but 2, 2, 1, 2. All right, guys. So you just saw my clients give you some testimonials. I'm going to give you a few more. Mindset work is a game changer, and not enough people are teaching you how to do it. They're not teaching you how to do it because shame, fear of failure, fear of being not good enough, shoulda, coulda, woulda, perfectionism, it holds you back. And I could prove it to almost any single one of you. It is the thing that is holding you back the most right now. Okay. Number 2, your habits. Habits are so important, guys. How many of you guys brush your teeth every day? Anybody brush your teeth every day? Do you brush your teeth when you feel like it, or do you just brush your teeth? Yeah, we brush our teeth, right? Hi, Jackie. I didn't know you were here. Pillar number 1, asking for help. You don't get a badge of honor for suffering. How many of you guys ask for help? To empty the dishwasher, to pick up the kids? How many of you guys are lighting yourselves on fire to keep other people warm? Hardly ever unless I'm dying. Thank you, Abby. Rarely. I hate asking for help. It feels like weakness, guys. I used to have a big ego about asking for help, a huge ego. First time I ever hired my first coach, I was like, this is amazing. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I have coaches for everything. For everything. I have tons of coaches. I have a whole team. I used to do this whole business by myself. All of it. And now I'm like, this is amazing. All these people can help me. I have coaches for everything. Like, literally. It's how I function as a human. My husband's amazing. My husband does all kinds of things to help me because I ask. I hate fucking asking for help. You're not obligated to them. If they don't want to help you, then they can say no. Asking for help, really important. Habit. Number 2, we call the perfect day formula. Not looking at your phone within 30 minutes of waking up at bedtime. Do you have a morning routine? Do you have a bedtime routine? Do you take mental breaks in the middle of your day? Do you get sunshine before 10 a.m.? Do you practice stress management practices every day? Do you have emotional release practices so you don't eat your emotions? Do you reflect? Do you practice gratitude? Movement, fuel, and rest. How many of you guys have a perfect day formula? What's your score here? Nope, I'm mentally drained. 3, 3. Not me. 1.5. 1, 3. Is 0 an option? Yeah, guys, this has to be a habit. Do you take a shower and brush your teeth every day? I bet you do. I bet you do. I hope you do. If not, that's on you, but that's kind of weird. These tools are the life float. Yes. 4 when I'm feeling good, but otherwise it's a 1, right? So that's yeah. You taught me this and it's so important. Awesome. Cortisol, guys, stress. You guys literally go anywhere on social media right now. You can even go to my Instagram and you're going to see cortisol everywhere, right? And that's because cortisol is at the base of the hormone hierarchy. It's really, really, really important. We're not going to talk about this tonight because we've talked about this a lot. I've done trainings on this in the Facebook group recently. Cortisol is really important. So cortisol crusher. Anybody here doing vagal toning? Again, really quick practices to reduce your cortisol. You cannot have, if you do not have happy hormones and proper gut health and the right minerals, you are never going to have balanced cortisol. Not over exercising, not under eating, resting enough. Do you have a strong mindset? Do you laugh every day? Do you make time for fun? How good are you guys at managing your stress? 0. What is that? I live like I'm running from a big bad bear. It's good. 0. I'm terrible at managing stress. Guys, this is an important one. 2.5. Good job, Jackie. Jackie, where were you like 3 months ago, 4 months ago? I hide from it. Guys, remember that not all stress is mental. There's physical stress as well. Over exercising and under eating are the biggest ones that we see. Because you want to lose the weight and everybody tells you just move more and eat less. And you're like, I'm going to fucking exercise and I'm going to diet and I'm going to eat lettuce and air and it's going to work. And your body's like, no, it's not going to work. It's not. Your body's like, no, it's not going to work. Right? Huge impact to your cortisol. Will also send your blood sugar through the roof. Insulin. We're going to talk about hormones in a minute. All right. Yeah. Cortisol is a big one. The last part of your habit, like this, cortisol is under habits because life is stressful. Guys, existing as a human being is stressful. Can we all agree on that? We can all agree on that, right? But then we add to it by over exercising and under training and not eating the right foods and doing all these things, right? It has to be a habit. It has to be a foundation because at the end of the day, we can balance. I can fix your thyroid. I can fix your hormones. I can fix your gut. I can fix those things. But stress is always going to be a part of your life, right? So we can fix your hormones. We can fix your gut. We can get your shit straight. But you have to have a practice of managing stress. It has to be a habit, like ingrained inside of your brain, like brushing your teeth. If not, all the things are going to go out of whack again. All the things are going to go out of whack again. Yep, life keeps lifing. All right, next pillar is what we call the essential eight. This isn't just about doing them, it's about data. Because we are emotional human beings, all of us. How many of you guys could tell me over the last, I don't know, month, how much you've slept, how much protein you've gotten on average, how many steps? Did you get the right vitamins? What was your movement like? How much water did you drink? What foods were you eating? How many of you guys can tell me these things? Jess Cotter, of course you can. Kristen Brickle, of course you can. Data. I can, but I'm a one. Steps. Yep. And the data makes the difference, right, guys? These have to be habits. They have to be habits. You have to have good foundational habits. How many of you guys are sleeping 8 hours a night? 6 to 7 hours of sleep, 120 grams protein. Excuse me, not me. Ha ha ha, what's that? Okay. Nope, you keep waking up. That's hormones. All right, so if we think about your habits, guys, give yourself a score from a 1 to a 4. How good are your habits, really? Excuse me, the right habits, not the shitty ones. How good are they? Jess Cotter with a 4. I'm so proud of you. What's habits? Jackie. 2, working on routines. Good. Besides breathing, you're funny. I don't know you. Well, no, I do know you. You just, oh, Jessica. Oh, I saw your husband's name. I do know you. You just joined. Hi. Besides breathing, girl, we're gonna fix all this. Don't you worry. Does this work? Guys, if you don't know this, I've got a lot of testimonials because what we do works really well. Jessica, you're cracking me up. Now that I just realized you're who you are. I'm like, you're literally cracking me up. Pillar number 3. This is what you guys are like, let's talk about my hormones. I want to talk about my hormones. Guys, hormones is such a complex topic. And really, like, you have to, like, the amount of studying you have to do to learn about hormones is insane, which is why it's like kind of like you can't diet your way out of a hormone problem. And so many of you guys are trying. You're like, I just need to go on a better diet. And like a lot of you guys have problems with your hormones. You just do. And most of it's because of stress, right? But also perimenopause and menopause, right? It's gonna throw your body out of balance, right? And so like you guys, you cannot diet your way out of hormone problems. You just can't, right? So let's talk a little bit about how you can start to think about hormone balance, okay? Same scale, we've got this before. The foundation of all hormonal balance is vitamins and minerals. Every hormone in your body, guys, you have over 50 hormones. So everybody wants to talk about estrogen and progesterone because we're all going through that phase of life and they're important, but there's much more important hormones that relate to your weight loss. Much more important hormones related to weight loss. Like, I'm going to say it again. There are much more important hormones related to weight loss. So when we're just talking about hormones, or if you're like, I went on HRT and it didn't help. Yeah, because HRT doesn't help you lose weight. It doesn't do that. That's not what it does. It's other hormones causing the problems. Okay. Got off birth control after 10 years. Oh, yeah. Vitamins and minerals. Every single hormone in your body requires the right vitamins and the right minerals for your body to work effectively. We have soil depletion. Just go on the internet, you'll see. Like our soil is depleted. If your gut health sucks, you're not going to have balanced hormones because you cannot digest and absorb the nutrients in your food. You can eat 50 fruits and vegetables a day. If you can't absorb them, it doesn't matter. If you're taking random supplements off Instagram, just so that you guys know, they're unregulated. Also, just so that you know, Amazon published a study that a third of the supplements on Amazon are counterfeit. Amazon published a study and said that a third of them are counterfeit. Supplements are an unregulated industry. So anytime somebody comes to me, it's like, oh, I'm taking this thing off Instagram, blah, 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 you should stop doing that. Just like if you're like, I have high stress and I'm taking ashwagandha, please, for the love of God, stop. Most of you probably don't have high stress. You actually probably have low stress, which is why we run tests for these things, right? A lot of you guys are taking random ass supplements and you actually don't know what they're for. How many of you guys are 100% confident that your gut health is perfect and that you're getting all of the right vitamins and minerals? Where's your score? Where are you? 1 to 4. Esther, you know, we can test for that. Negative 10. Negative 10. Yeah. Lots of low ones here. It's hard, it's tough to know. It's tough. Because realistically, guys, I'm the healthiest person I know, and I don't eat enough vegetables. So I'm fairly certain most of you don't eat enough vegetables, right? Like, all right, let's move on. Ah, why did we go? Wait, what just happened? That was weird. I have no idea how we just went all the way to the end. That was really weird. Okay, well, technology's not happening very well for me today. Number 2 in your hormones. I eat well, but my body doesn't absorb it correctly. Yep. Cat, that's like a perfect segue. We're going to talk about your gut health. Not enough people are talking about gut health when it comes to hormones. If somebody's trying to help you fix their hormones and they're not talking about your gut, they are doing you a disservice. I'm going to say that again. If somebody's trying to help you fix your hormones and they're not talking about your gut, they're doing you a disservice. You cannot have properly functioning hormones if your gut health does not function properly. It's impossible. Your poop matters, but it's not all that matters. Skin issues, anxiety, depression, brain fog, hormone issues, sugar cravings, immune system, food intolerances, right? These are all gut issues. So people are like, oh, I poop every day. And then I run a test and I'm like, well, your gut health is terrible. Right? Doesn't matter that you poop every day. A lot of these other issues, inflammation, swelling, aches, pains, a lot of these come from your gut. How many of you guys are 100% confident? Like, where's your gut health? What do you guys think? Is it like 1 to 4? How do you feel like your gut health is? So many sugar cravings. Appalling. Some of you guys are funny. I love it. I love it. Doesn't matter if I don't care if you poop every day. Angela getting better at a 3. That makes me that's good. -1. Oh, colitis. Ugh. My husband actually has ulcerative colitis. Jess, yeah, we found what's wrong with yours. Bad, tons of skin issues. A lot of people don't realize skin issues are almost always related to the gut. My son also has that at 17. Yeah, it's very common. All right, hormones. You're like, Jess, we've been talking about hormones. Estrogen and progesterone imbalance. So a lot of things, one of the things you guys like doctors really miss is you can have normal levels of estrogen and progesterone. They do a dance. They have to be in balance with each other. So that's why, like, if you go to a doctor and you had a hysterectomy and they just put you on estrogen, you're in trouble. You have a big problem. Estrogen and progesterone have to be in balance with each other. Okay. Insulin and blood sugar. This is a huge one because your cortisol, remember we talked about cortisol? Your cortisol is a gluco, as in sugar, glucose, is a glucocorticoid. So do you know that you can have blood sugar problems from being too stressed out? Do you know that if you have blood sugar problems and you become insulin resistant, your body is never going to burn the fat on your body? You are always going to burn sugar. We don't store sugar on our bodies. Has anybody got sugar that you're trying to burn off? Or are you guys trying to burn off fat? Anybody, what are you trying to burn off? Are you trying to burn sugar off your body or are you trying to burn fat? Anybody here want to burn fat? You guys, fat. If you have blood sugar issues because you are too stressed out, you are never going to be able to burn fat. It's impossible because you have insulin resistance. If you're, remember we talked about your gut health? If your liver is not functioning properly, you do not have proper hormone conversion. Same thing, your thyroid hormones depend on your gut. So if your gut doesn't function, you're not going to have properly functioning thyroid, right? We have hunger and fullness hormones. Anybody get crazy cravings? Those are hormones. We talked about cortisol. Cortisol is our favorite hormone to talk about. I just talked about your thyroid. And do you guys know that you have daytime hormones and you have nighttime hormones? And do you guys know that you actually have to digest your hormones? So where do you guys feel that you are in terms of how are your estrogen and progesterone imbalanced? Do you feel like, or do you know for a fact they're in perfect balance? I actually, if you have labs, I have a reel that you can actually calculate this for yourself. How many of you guys think you have insulin and blood sugar issues? This is one of the most common things I see in labs. That people are like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, we see it all the time. I would say it's probably 80% of the labs we look at. Inflammation. Oh man, you guys are like, I have all of these estrogen, progesterone in this shit tank because I'm 54. Yeah, so even in menopause, right? So in menopause, obviously your estrogen and progesterone decline. You still want healthy menopausal levels. You still want them in balance. And being in menopause is going to make you naturally more insulin resistant. You also have a much greater chance of having gut issues. You naturally tend towards leaky gut because estrogen helps to protect it. And so as your estrogen declines, you're going to tend towards more gut issues and you are going to become more insulin resistant. So if you are in menopause, you're going to have even other hormone issues that are going to come. Strokes like yeah. All right. So where are we at with hormones? I heard a lot of like issues. What's your number? 1 to 4. What do you guys give yourself? 1, 1, 1, 1. HRT, guys, HRT is 2, maybe 3 hormones. I'm talking all of your hormones, your liver, your thyroid, your insulin. Like I'm talking all the hormones, not just the HRT hormones, guys. That's like the tip of the iceberg. Those hormones are literally the tip of the iceberg. Um, Optimal. Normal does not mean optimal, guys. Do you know that when your doctor tells you normal, do you know that they're comparing you to 90% of people in America? Do you know that 75% of Americans are overweight and over 45% of them are obese? Over 2/3 of them have a disease, a lifestyle disease. So that's what they're comparing you to. They're like, oh, it's normal. Everybody else is sick as fuck. You're just as sick as them. Everybody else, they're just comparing you to them. Did you guys know that? If you've ever had a conversation with me, you do. They're just comparing you to everybody else in America. Look around. Look around America. We're on medication, we're sick, and we're overweight. Normal is not optimal. Normal just means you're sick as everybody else. Optimal. Disease care versus healthcare. Being proactive versus reactive. You can see a disease before it is going to come. We can see that you are going to become insulin resistant. We can see that your metabolism is shutting down. We can see that you're on your way to having diabetes. We can see those things in advance, guys. You don't wake up and go to the doctor one day and they're like, oh, you're pre-diabetic. It didn't happen overnight. It's happened over years. You can see that stuff. Optimal. Who here is confident all of your biomarkers are optimal? If anybody here puts a 4, I'm going to tell you that you're a liar because mine aren't even optimal. Yeah. Oh, everything's normal. Everything's normal. Everything's normal. No. Okay, great. You're just as sick as everybody else. All right. Overall, with your hormones, where are you? What's your score? 1 to 4. Guys, getting the right testing. I've done a lot of stuff on the testing. Getting the right testing is a game changer. We test hormones over 24 hours. in my program. We don't do a blood draw. We actually say, what is your body actually using and how's your body metabolizing it over an entire 24-hour period? It's a game changer for your hormone health to actually be able to understand a full day's worth of what your hormones are doing and how your body uses those hormones. It's amazing. Brooke just posted a reel about cortisol testing. Thanks, Brooke. All right. I got testimonials for days, guys. The last one's your metabolism. A lot of people might be surprised to see that workouts and nutrition are not their own pillar. Is anybody surprised by that? Because all of you guys have just been focusing on diet and working out. They're not their own pillar. They're one square out of 16. One square. Anybody surprised by that? A little bit? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, it's fine if not. The metabolic accelerator is the foundation. Here's the thing, guys. So many of you guys want to add more things and add more things and add and add and add and add and add. And you're like already super overwhelmed, right? But you want to add things and add things, do more and do more and do more. Guys, sometimes the fastest way to make your metabolism go faster is by removing the shit that's slowing them down. Stress, over exercising, under eating, inflammatory foods, lack of self-care, not taking diet breaks. Literally, sometimes slowing down is the fastest way to speed up. How many of you guys have gone on a diet break or tried eating more or exercising less and removing all of the things that do not serve you? Anybody ever tried that? I'm doing all the things. How many of you guys feel like your metabolism is working really well right now? What's your score? 1 to 4. Mine is horrible. Hell no. Yeah. We got to get your metabolism straight. This is the first thing we do with our clients when they come into our program. Number 2 is nutrition. And you're like, that's like all you're focusing on. It's a piece of the puzzle. Guys, eating clean is not a strategy. It is not a strategy. I'm like, eating clean is not a strategy. You need strategic nutrition. The right foods, the right time, the right amounts. How many of you guys can check all of these boxes? I have some hell yeses. I know I eat the right foods at the right times and the right amounts. Medicinal foods for the vitamins and minerals I'm missing. How many of you guys are cutting out foods arbitrarily? I'm going to cut out gluten. I'm going to cut out dairy. I'm going to cut out this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Tomatoes bother my stomach. Like the right foods, the right amount, strategy. Like literally when we look at a client's labs, we literally say, these are medicinal foods for you. Go eat this food. Go eat this food. You need to eat this food. And some of it's weird shit. Not super weird, but like, you know, you can eat good food all you want. Eating clean is not a strategy. Eating clean is not a strategy. You have to have a strategy. Guys, you're not 25 anymore. You're not. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I have food intolerances to very healthy foods. Yeah, you probably have gut issues. If you didn't always have those food intolerances, you probably just have a leaky gut. You can just fix it. It's easy to fix. Yeah. So I saw a lot of like pretty low scores here for strategic nutrition. How many of you guys feel like your workouts are completely optimal? You need to lift weights the right amount, the right time, and the right way. Random workouts means random results. How many of you guys are doing too much cardio? You should only do cardio if you like it. If you don't have the toned, defined look that you want, your answer should be pretty low here. Because a lot of you guys are doing a lot of HIIT and a lot of cardio and a lot of boot camps and a lot of this kind of stuff. And you're like, why can't I get toned? Because it's not how you get toned. How many of you guys are like, I have the nice toned, optimal look that I want? What's your score here? It's 3, Crystal. Hell yeah, girl. 3, Cami. Oh yeah, -10. Um, oh, why does that keep doing that? Ah! All right. I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know. All right. The last piece is all about sleep, sunlight, and recovery. Do you guys exercise breaks your body down? Stress breaks your body down. Dieting breaks your body down. How many of you guys feel really good about how often you rest, how much you eat, how much you sleep? Do you eat carbs? Lots of them. Do you work out more than 4 hours per week? Do you do fasted workouts or HIIT? Terrible for your hormones. Terrible for your hormones. How many of you guys get sunlight every single morning and get sunset every evening? No more HIIT, thank you. Sunlight every morning. All of these though. Do you eat your body weight in protein? Do you fuel your workouts with carbs? Do you get enough sleep? Do you get sunlight? Do you work out more than 4 hours per week? Do you work out fasted or do HIIT? Those are not good. Working 12-hour shifts that's darn near impossible. Yeah, for sure. But like on the days that you're not, right? Like if you're, I assume you might be like a nurse or something like that, right? So those 3 days that you worked, sure. But then the other 4 days, we work with lots of night shift people and nurses and ER nurses and things like that. So definitely understand that. What's your score? Overall, where are your gaps? How well is your metabolism functioning? Do you have gaps? You guys feel like, okay, we got a lot of ones and twos here. A lot of ones and twos. Like, yeah, my metabolism's struggling a little bit, Jess. I don't know if I have the right strategy for nutrition. I don't know if I have the right workouts. I don't know if I'm resting too much or not enough. I'm not sleeping very well. I've been hearing a lot of that, right? So to kind of wrap it up, guys, because I know I told you guys I was probably going to go more than an hour. So where you are right now is on the left. You have gaps in your system. We just identified that we have gaps. Did anybody here not have a single gap? Needing to refine. Heidi, that's a great place to be. Needing to refine, like, then overhaul. That's great, right? That's awesome. But where we want to be is we want to be in the middle. We want to have four strong walls to hold up our roof, and we want to have a sustainable foundation. The way to get there is what I just showed you. This is the system. And we've proven it time and time again. Like, this is the way, right? I want you guys to imagine yourself. Like, let's say it's this time, I don't know, let's say it's Christmas or it's spring break next year. And you have mastered all four walls. You've mastered the foundation. You have like this beautiful house. You're full of energy. You sleep every night. The weight's not an issue. Your clothes fit. I would love for you to drop in the chat. Like, what do you see for yourself? What changes for you? Oh, nobody wants to drop this in the chat. My clothes fit. I have a strong body. Confidence and joy. Energized, well rested, calm, happy, confident in my skin. Being able to function without anxiety, no more brain fog. What does that do for your family? Joy, joy, joy down in my heart. More energy for my kids. I love that, Heidi. Confidence. Think about what that does for your family. What does that do for you? I'd be my normal self again. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you this. You can plug your ears if you don't want to hear it. Okay. I'm going to make an offer right now to people who want to hear it. If you don't want to hear it, but you want to get the free consult, plug your ears for 30 seconds. I don't care. Right? I'm going to make an offer. Right? Because right now there's a fork in the road. And some of you guys, I just gave you the system. Now you can't run your own hormone tests. Okay. You're not going to be able to figure out your optimal markers. You're not going to be able to do that stuff. But the rest of it, you could keep trying to figure out on your own. Right? You can, right? And some of you came, and that's the path that you're going to take. I've got loads of trainings, guys. I have years worth of trainings that I've done on this stuff, like years worth of it. Right. And so you can do that. And like, I do trainings for that reason. But some of you guys are like, I am fucking sick and tired of spinning my wheels and trying to figure this out on my own. And like, honestly, like, I'm just done. This is our specialty. We do this really, really, really well. We work with successful women to help them take control of their health. We rebalance their hormones, we reset their metabolisms, we help them lose weight, feel energized, and just thrive in every area of their life. We don't use restrictive diets, we don't use exhaustive workouts. We don't do quick fixes at all. That's not what we do. We use functional lab testing, right? We do lab testing that other people are not doing. This is not just blood work. We do in-depth testing, right? To help create a customized protocol. And then we literally hold your hand and we walk you step by step through it until you don't need us anymore. This is what we do, and we're really fucking good at it. Okay. I already walked you through what are those pillars? What does it look like, right? I could sit here and I could spend 20 minutes telling you all the amazing stuff that you're going to get, right? But I have a whole bunch of clients on here and I've shared my testimonials. Brooke can drop that link again. And you get everything that you need. At the end of the day, you get everything that you need. Every human being needs something different. Some people need more emotional support. Some people's hormones are everybody's hormones are jacked up. You literally get a complete lifestyle from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed. Every single thing is literally mapped out, and we hold your hand and walk you through it. Do we have recipes? Yes. Do we have cooking classes? Yes. Do we have that? We have a community. We have group coaching calls. By the way, we're having another retreat. So, and we do still have spots left for the retreat. So we are hosting a retreat here coming up. It's in Phoenix in just a couple of months. So I can tell you all that. But at the end of the day, what you get is you get your life changed. You get support. You get answers to what you need. And we stand behind our work with a guarantee. So we are going to jump into Q&A here in just a second. Before we do that, I am going to drop a link. So if you're like, I want to see what this looks like. I'm curious about functional testing. I'm tired of doing this on my own. This makes sense to me. I want to optimize. I want to fill the gaps, and I want to do this shit before Christmas. Like, I am done. I want to be in a different place by Christmas. If that's you, I do have an offer. I'm offering 5 people $1,000 off. My program is not inexpensive and it is not a quick fix. On average, our clients stay with us for a year or longer. Okay. So just putting that out there. Does everybody have to stay for a year? No, everybody does not have to stay for a year. I'm just putting it out there. We don't do quick fixes. Okay. I am offering $1,000 off. 5 spots only. You have to book your call in the next 24 hours. It says before 9 a.m. tomorrow, but that's a little aggressive. Sometimes much longer. Yes, Sandra. So Brooke is going to drop a link in the chat. Yes, Crystal, you're good. Guys, if you are curious and you'd like to get on a call with myself or Faye from my team, go ahead and drop it again, Brooke. Megan, you're good. You booked yesterday. You're okay. The good news is that I'm in charge. That's the good news. So I can do whatever I want. If you're curious and you want to have a chat, there is a video on that page. It's kind of an abbreviated version of what I just went through with you, though, so you might not need to watch the video. And you can book a call. Okay. So go ahead, grab that link if you're curious. If you want to jump on a call, book your call right now. Our spots will fill up. Everybody else, Maribel, the program is there. It's not it depends. It depends on what labs you need. It depends on how long you need. It depends on a lot of things. And to be perfectly frank with you, Maribel, and Mel, it also depends on whether or not I can help you. We don't take clients that we can't help. I'm not interested in bringing people on. Do you know how I get a long page of testimonials? It's by bringing on people that I know that I can help and that I can guarantee that I will change their life. And so if I can't help you, if we can't help you, we will not invite you to join our program, plain and simple. And I don't mean that to sound harsh, but I don't want people that don't fit, right? We have a really awesome community. And it's really important that I maintain the integrity of my program for my team, my community, the women who trust me. So my reputation is worth more to me than having people's money. So, Brooke also dropped the link if you want a free consult. So this is going to be a questionnaire that you fill out, and you will get a video back from us via text message. By Friday, you'll get a video back from us. So basically, you give them as much information as you want and like spill the guts, and they will give you like, hey, do this, this, and this first. Here's what you should look at. Here's the things to think about. And you can fill that out. You have 24 hours to fill it out. Brooke just dropped the link there. And literally, somebody on my team, we're just going to send you a video back, right? Because you took time out of your day, you came here, you hung out with us. I want you guys to get value, right? Every single person here can't join my program. I don't have space for all of you, right? What we do is really customized. It's very tailored. It's very specific. But at the end of the day, like I can still help you. We can still help you. So you can fill out that consult. It's completely free. I told you guys I was going to give it to you. Like we're going to give it away. So, and the more info you put on there, the better info you're going to get back. So I'll just tell you that. So Brooke just put the link for that. So there's two links. The top link, if you want to book a call, the bottom link, if you just want the free consult. Okay. Um, with that, this is the part where everybody's like, I kind of want to ask a question, but I don't know if I want to ask a question. I do have time for questions. If anybody wants to ask me a question, I'm here. You can also type it in the chat. And if you want, you can just send me a message if you're feeling bashful. You're welcome, Jennifer.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see me, but so I recently, before I found out about this, I recently got like a whole like hormone and metabolic panel done.
Yep.
Um, I'm having a hard time um feeling confident with the direction of what to do with the information.
Yeah.
Is that something that I can include in this questionnaire and like,
You can. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna read. I will look at your labs. I'm not going to interpret your labs if I'm not
mhm,
working with you because I can't.
mhm,
I think it depends. Like I love the like. There's a lot of direct to consumer stuff out there, and the down unfortunate side of it is that it's driven by AI. And like for us, when we're working with clients, like sometimes our protocols change every week.
mhm,
And so it's like tough for somebody to be like, hey, here's your plan. And it's like, okay, but what happens when this happens? What happens when this happens? Right. And so, like, oftentimes it's like this dance of like, okay, how did your body respond? Oh, well, this is happening. Okay, well, let's change this. Well, let's do this. Well, let's change this. Like, let's do that. Right. And so it's like this dance. And so, like, I'm not a huge, I don't know where you had that done. But if it was like a direct to consumer thing, that's like my biggest beef with them. Is they come and it's like it's AI generated, like, here's the supplements.
mhm.
And it's like also like, did they run the right testing and some of those kinds of things would be my question. But that being said, I'm happy to give you my thoughts or my opinion on it. I just, in my experience, because I have done a lot of consults and I've looked at a lot of stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is good, but like that's super useful. Because sometimes it's incomplete. But sometimes it's enough to where we can get like give you a little bit of direction. So is that helpful, Kelly?
Yes, thank you.
What about those of us on hypothyroid meds and testosterone cream for 2 years and still struggling with weight? Yeah, Sarah, I mean, listen, you, number one, what I told you earlier about your number one is just because your doctor says your thyroid is normal means absolutely nothing to me. Because normal does not mean that it's optimal. And testosterone can actually create androgen dominance. So, Sarah, if you're struggling with belly fat specifically, then we have some other issues that we would need to look at. So if you're still struggling with weight, then you have other issues, right? So if you looked at it, Sarah, we just went through an entire system. So it would need to be like, where are those gaps, right? And if you're specifically storing belly fat, I would guess that it's probably from mismanaged HRT. Um, what other? So yeah, so Sarah, I would say where were your other gaps in the system, right? Because again, HRT does not help you lose weight. Um, and your thyroid is all the way up here. So I would say, what's your gut health look like? What's your cortisol look like? What's your insulin look like? What do your workouts look like? What's your nutrition look like? What's your minerals look like? Right? What do all those things look like? And like start checking the boxes, right? So literally take the outline I just gave you. Where are your biggest gaps? And go start fixing them. Anybody else want to ask a question? Kathy, it depends on the person. What you have to cut out. It's that's why we run tests. It depends. Some people do, some people don't. But also at the end of the day, like sometimes it's not for like a long time usually. Had adrenal fatigue since I was 17. Morgan, girl, how are you still up and walking around? You're only 25. Oh, you poor thing. Uh, Morgan, if you want some support, book a call. We can help you. Which is why I said earlier for everybody to stop taking random supplements. So many people have cortisol issues and they're taking ashwagandha because that's what the internet tells them to take. Stop doing that. Um, any other questions? All right, guys. Brooke, can you have to be on thyroid meds? Of course, Kat, yes, we deal with thyroids all of the time. It's one of the main tests that we run. Because it tells us a lot. Um, yeah, we work with all kinds of things. And we do have a medical partnership, guys. So if we need it, we do have a medical partnership as well. So yeah, being on medication, people are on all kinds of medication, honestly. Blood pressure medication, thyroid medication, most women, I mean, people are on medications. Thank you for doing this. Call scheduled. Awesome, Morgan. Okay, Brooke, can you drop the link again for both things? So Brooke's gonna drop two links, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I am an completely unfiltered person. Thank you, Sarah. Book a call. Thank you, Carrie. We're thankful that you're here. Two links. If you want to book a call, book a call. Um, if you want a free consult, fill out the consult form. Can I help with mold issues? Angela, we can talk about it. Mold, I mean, it depends. Like, yes, we can help. You have to be willing to make the changes, right? Because typically, if you have mold, you probably have other issues as well. So we would really need to have a conversation, and make sure that you're out of the moldy environment and some of those kinds of things. Um, if you booked a call, you can fill out the consult if you want. I mean, you could double dip. I'm not opposed to that. I don't really do rules very well, so I don't so you can do whatever you want. Will you get a confirmation email for booking a call? Yeah, you'll get a text and an email. You should have already gotten it if you booked a call. Um, what's the difference in the links? One link is the top link is to book a call. So this is book a call. Brooke just posted it. The second one is if you want a free consult, you will fill out a questionnaire and you will get a video back from somebody on my team or maybe me. But I feel like I'm going to be on calls with a lot of you guys. So I probably am going to have my team do that because they're pretty good. So, I don't want to do this on my own. I want somebody to figure this out. I want to run testing. I want you to hold my hand. I want you to walk me through it. That is the top link. I'm going to DIY, but I could use a little direction is the bottom link. Yeah, we do have 5 spots. We're giving $1,000 only from this call. So 5 spots, $1,000 off. Anything else, guys, while you got me? Going once. Alicia, Lisa is gonna text you, I think, right now. So Lisa's Morgan, I'll take a look once we get off. Morgan, what's your last name? I'll take a look. Sometimes, remember the part where I said technology is being a little bit special today? If you guys haven't heard me say that, Alicia saw it this morning. You guys kind of saw it. Technology is being a little special today, which I can't control. But that's fine. We can work around it. All right, guys. If you have no more questions, I appreciate you guys. Sorry we ran over. We kind of knew this was gonna run over because that's what happens when I get on these things. Guys, if you have questions, reach out to me if there's anything I can do for you. Hopefully we've got some of yous. Brooke just said she confirmed. So you're good to go, Morgan. You'll get it in a second. Book a call, book a consult. What you shouldn't do is don't get on this and then you just wasted an hour and a half of your time and do nothing. So go do something with the information, make some changes, do something differently when you wake up tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the kind words. I love you guys all tremendously. I appreciate you guys showing up. And if I can do anything at all to support you, my inbox is always open, guys.